Wondering what I'll do with this? It looks like this Christmas vlogmas is going to be about gifts. And so if you're looking for a gift to give a young crafter or a fiber artist, then you need to stick on because I'll keep bringing them. I'll keep giving you ideas of the gifts you can buy. Hi guys and welcome back. This is Vlogmas Day 3. Setup looks a little different, yeah? So that tells you that we have a new shout out today. Yes, but that is later. First, here. It's been a long day. I did go to work. Yes. I am not feeling well. My body is behaving funny and I really can't tell what it is. I had a plan to go to hospital, but I never got there. But at least I made it to work and I was there for a few or a couple of hours and then I came back home. And I brought this, which is going to be used here, not today, another day, and I'll show you. I'll take you through. So for now, wacha tuongeze vitu hapa. Like that. So today, let's look at another item that would make such a lovely gift for a crochet artist, a knitting person, pom-pom maker. This one. If you do watch my videos, I'm sure you've seen this before. But today we're going to talk about it again as we use it. So this pom-pom maker comes as a set of 4 pieces. From this very small one, this is the smallest. And then you've got the next size from the smallest. Then this is the other size. And lastly, the big one. So meaning you can make pom-poms as decorative items for any other kind of art, which are really small. And you can make big ones for bigger things. And today I want to make a pom-pom for this beanie. This is the beanie that I started on Sunday night. So I think it was mentioned, touched on the first vlog on Monday. So it's finished. It's a Christmas beanie. And we're going to make a green pom-pom. Because it's green ribbing and green decor, these are Christmas trees. Do they look like Christmas tree to you? They're Christmas trees. And let's make a pom-pom. I also have a dummy here where we're gonna fit this beanie after. So the tools you need to make a pom-pom, of course, is the pom-pom maker. And I'm going to use this size. This is the size that I use for, oh my God, one of these is missing. Where is it? One piece of my pom-pom maker is missing. Everything had to come out for me to find it. Here it is. Imagine. And I also found a key holder. Gooda. Back to the video. So, let me fix this. Normally, you can take this apart. We do this when we are fixing when we are removing. You will see me do that when I'm done. Good. We are set. So this is how to make a pom-pom. We'll take our yarn. So you have to hold these two together on each side like this. And you start on one side and wind your yarn around it. Gonna start here. And we're just going to wind it around this until we get a very nice size of a ball. So I've finished both sides. Pom-poms do take quite some yarn. So whenever you're making something that you need to make pom-poms for, make sure you leave some good amount of yarn. That little ball I showed you is this. And this is not full. It could actually get fuller than this and give me a bigger size of pom-pom. But I'm going to make this alone. I want it in this size. So the next thing after you finished winding your yarn is to cut the pom-pom now. The yarn that you've wound there, you have to cut it to make the pom-pom. And to cut this, you will do it through the middle. You see the gap between those two. You will cut along that line. The best scissors need to be sharp. So these ones of mine are not sharp enough, but you can look for ones that are sharp. Otherwise, I prefer using these big ones. They are sharper and stronger. So let's cut it. So at this moment, my mic went off, and I think if I remember what I was trying to say here is that today's setup really has got me thinking, what if I invited 2 to 3 people and we had a cup of coffee, tea, and cupcakes as we create something nice and unique with yarn here? What do you think? If you think you would like to do that, let me know in the comment section down below and we can organize. So let me show you how this cutting looks like. That's the first bit. I'm going to finish both sides. First side done. So moving on to the second side. Voila! I finished, and that is how it looks like. So the next thing from here is tie it through the middle part to ensure that I hold all those little pieces together. When you're putting your yarn aside, remember to leave some for tying the middle part. Thanks God I had some extra green yarn. Wow, now let's look for that center pull that is usually sometimes very difficult. I'm trying to locate it. Let's see. Voila! That was easy and a very nice one. Perfect. So the next thing is I'm going to tie around a string going through the middle. You remember the 2 pieces I showed you? That string has to pass through the middle to be able to hold all the little cut yarns of the pom-pom together. Like that. So you make sure you tie them extremely tight so that your pom-pom stays in place and neat, tight. Repeat this several times to ensure that it's a really firm, tight knot, and your pom-pom will look lovely after that. So once you're done with that, cut and make sure you leave some tails enough to tie it through the beanie. The next thing is now to remove the pom-pom from the pom-pom maker, and you open those 2 sides like that, and then you have it looking like that. And now pull the pieces apart to release the pom-pom like that. So one side will come out like that, and then you pull your pom-pom out. Doesn't it look so cute? The next thing is now to even it out by cutting any little yarn that is not in the same size. Just be careful not to overdo it. So this is the finished pom-pom. I've even out the edges. I've done it. I know from where you are, you probably want me to cut another one here and there. And the next thing is we fit it on the beanie. So we're going to take a needle. Where are my needles? This is what I'm loving about this piece, because can you imagine all this mess next to my sofa? Take your darning needle, pull your threads, both of them, through, and then we're going to hold our beanie At the tip where you closed your tip, you're just going to put this needle in and pull this inside. Once it's inside, turn your beanie inside out so that you can tie it. So the first thing I do is I give it a tight few stitches around where I closed the top or the crown of the beanie. I do like 3 stitches around, and those are usually enough. Like that. You can tie this tight. See, I have 2 that I had left when I closed my crown, and so I'm going to use them together and tie another knot that is tight, actually 2 knots, like this. Like that. And now I can cut them small. And here we have our beanie. Cute. Let's put it on the dummy. There we go. That's how the beanie looks. So guys, this is the finished beanie. That's a side view. That's a back view. Can you see how the pom-pom looks cute? It's really beautiful. This is an elf hat or elf beanie, and therefore it slouches at the back like this. That's the other side view, and that's the front view. So as you can tell, I'm coming to the end of this video, but of course, not before I give the shout out that I promised in the beginning. And today's shout out goes to Carol. Carol is the lady who helps me with the cleaning in the house and cooking. She's the one who makes my meals. I've been with Carol since 2022. She's so amazing. To me, she's more than someone who helps me with cleaning. She's my friend. She's great with my Gen Zs. She's great with everyone. My mom loves her when she's around. So Carol came up with this idea of having these 2 seats here. If you watched the first Vlogmas, you saw the plastic stools. And when I came back home in the evening, I was like, wow. I asked her what happened, and she said, unawezaje kuwa na stools za plastic hapo na uko na viti? Yes, these 2 seats are always at my balcony, which I do not use. So I don't use them. So she cleaned them up for me and she set them up here. She loves this corner as well. I had not even talked to her about contributing to this corner. So this one was her own thought, and that's how great Carol is. That's how good she is with her job. You don't need to tell her what to do. She knows what to do, and she always adds value. So she came up with this, and the big shout out today goes to Carol. So this brings me to the end of today's video. If you've never subscribed to my channel, please do so. Take this moment. Click that button. Now the bell. You will not miss any other upload. You'll get notified. Yes. And I'll take this moment also to remind you that I am usually at Shamba Cafe every Sunday and Saturday. Or is it every Saturday and Sunday? But this weekend I will not be there. I will resume on the weekend of 13th and 14th. So see you there, and let's see what I create for the market. In the meantime, let's continue with Vlogmasses. Please watch them. Thank you for watching. And from me, kama kawaida na walobotov sana. Good night. See you in the next one.